Hey everybody, and welcome back to the board meeting. Today we are going to be doing a reviews and ratings episode where I review and rate all the different games I've been playing in the past 2 weeks with friends, family, and even solo. Today I'm going to be reviewing, I think it's 9 different games that I've got on the docket to review. We're going to start with my least favorite game, go to my favorite game. I'm going to try to do it in about a minute or two for each game. Some might go less, some might go longer, but let's just jump right into it. Let's start with, like I said, we're going for my least favorite. This is Battleship, the card game. I played Battleship, the card game with my friend Febra at Gameapalooza. Check out that video if you haven't seen the recap for that. In Battleship, the card game, it is very much just Battleship, but with cards. You have 2 lineups of cards, your own personal lineup, and then the other person's lineup of cards. And you're basically just trying to guess where the other person's ships are, and you reveal the cards. Some are misses, some are actual battleships, and then you're just going to be playing damage cards onto those battleships to try to sink them. The first person to sink all the other person's ships wins the game. It's going to get a 5 rating. It is essentially, 100% is Battleship, the card game version of it. And if you don't like Battleship, you won't like this. If you liked Battleship, there's a good chance you'll like this. Simple as that. So 5 rating for Battleship, the card game. Going on to another card game based on an IP. This is Pac-Man, the card game. This is a push your luck style game that I played at Gameapalooza at the very end of the day, and my friend brought out this pack of cards. Like, hey, let's play this. Mine, okay. And it is a push your luck style game. You're just going to be drawing cards from this deck, and they are either going to be worth points, they're going to have ghosts on them, or they're going to have some kind of one-time ability that you're going to use. And you can either stop or keep going at any time during the game. And if you get 3 ghosts, that's when you bust, and then you're basically eliminated. You're not going to score any points. The person who scores the highest points wins each game. This game literally lasts like a couple minutes. It's going to get a 6 rating. It's zero brain power sort of push your luck game. I liked it way more than I thought it was going to, actually. And with the right environment, you could have a lot of fun with this game, actually. Way more than I was anticipating. And so if you can pick this game up for like $1 or $2, it'd be worth it. So 6 rating for Pac-Man, the card game. Going on to a much, much bigger game, at least bigger package. It's not that much more complex, actually. This is Heroquest. Heroquest is an older game that they reprinted. My friend Dan, who played the old version of Heroquest when he was younger, bought the new updated version, which I think is pretty much the exact same as the old one. But in this game, you are basically D&D characters going around the map, and then one character is the bad guy that you're versing. And you're going around the map, rolling dice to move, and then rolling dice to attack. And that's pretty much the game. It's a very, very simple dungeon crawling game. You're going to be searching rooms for different things. You're going to get gold that you can spend it on. You can get weapons and stuff like that. This is going to get a 6.5 rating. I have no connection to the old game, and I think people who like this game are going to have some nostalgia for it. I know Dan definitely does. He likes this game quite a bit. After we played it, he bought some more expansions for it. To me, it is a much simpler version of Zombicide, basically. It's a very, very dumbed-down version of Zombicide. And I'm kind of getting sick of Zombicide. I might play this one instead of Zombicide now, though. But it's a very, very simple game. 6.5 for Heroquest. Going to the next game. Next game, we go from a big box game to another little card game. This is Council of Backyardia. This is a trick-taking game that uses Mancala. It is a very, very basic trick-taking game in essence, but you are going to be playing tricks out, and the power of each suit is dependent on this board that is in front of you. The board has all the different suits on there, and there's going to be a circle with cubes in each of the suits areas. Whoever played the lowest value card of the trick, of the initial suit that was played, gets to take all the cubes out of one circle and redistribute them Mancala style, taking them and dropping one at a time around the board, basically redistributing the power and making that other power the lowest value power. So, and at the end of each round, you're going to score points for however many tricks you won that round, plus you're going to keep one card at the very end of the round, and you're going to score points for however much strength that suit has on the board. This one's going to get a 7 rating. I really like some of the things in this game, but I think it's a pretty fiddly game for how easy it is. And I think you want to win pretty much all the tricks in the game, except you really, really want to lose that last trick so that you can take all the cubes from one of the suits and redistribute them. And if you get your last card is from the circle that the person is taking from and basically making them 0, you are going to lose a ton of points. So it is more important to be able to redistribute the cubes on the last trick than winning the other tricks in the game. And that's one of the things that I don't like about it. But other than that, I do like it, and I think it's a really neat system, how all the suits are going to change powers throughout the game. I really like that. You're going to play 3 rounds of it. It's a pretty quick game. So 7 rating for Bug Council of Backyardia, a strange name. Next, we have a deck building game. This is the DC Comics deck building game, which I nominate for probably the boringest game title ever. And this is a straight deck building game with the DC Comics plastered on this game. It is straightforward deck building game. If you've played any just pure deck building games, you are just playing out 5 different cards, and you get resources to spend on the cards and buy new cards to put into your hand of cards, your deck of cards, to make that card the more powerful. You're trying to trash some cards out of your deck to make sure your good cards come out more often. If you've played any basic deck building game, you're going to get into this game very quick, very easy. It's going to get a 7 rating. I think it's a good deck building game, but it feels like, they slapped the DC comic theme on it. There's not much that I haven't seen other deck building games do in this game, but I enjoyed it. It might run a little bit long for me, some of the games that I've played of this, or one of the games that I played of this. So yeah, 7 rating for DC Comics deck building game. Going on to the next one. The next one is a party game, a very popular party game. This is Just One. In Just One, you are working as a team. There is one person that is trying to guess a particular word, and everybody else gives 1-word clues of what that word is that we're trying to get them to guess. We reveal our clues to the other people who are giving clues. If anybody gives clues that are matching with another person, we instantly throw those out so the guesser can't see. So you're trying to give out these unique words to the person, but obvious enough that they can guess the actual word. This one, if you like party games, word party games, you're going to really like this one. This one's going to get a 7.5 rating, which is maybe lower than what other people want it to be. But I'm just not a huge party game person, but this is one that I can break out and enjoy and have a good time with. So 7.5 for Just One. Going on to the next game. The next game is probably the most recent hyped up game. One of the most hyped up games of this year. This is Heat Pedal to the Metal, which is a new racing game. It is almost like a second version of Flamme Rouge. I think it's the designers of Flamme Rouge, and they took off that design and made that game a little bit more complex. This is a racing game. You're playing as race cars, racing around tracks, and you're playing out cards. How your cards are going to have numbers on them, and whatever gear you are in, that's how many cards you can play. So if you're in 4th gear, you can play 4 cards. The thing about it is there are some tight turns in this game where you can't go over certain speeds, or else you're going to end up getting bad cards put into your deck, or else you're even going to spin out in this game. This is going to get a 7.5, which is a lot lower than some people might put it as. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy Flamme Rouge, and this is basically Flamme Rouge with an extra expansion or 2 thrown into it. It's a very, very simple game, and but I will say this is just after an initial play. I've only played this game once, and I played the base game of it. I had a good time, so this game might go up or down depending on my next plays of it. I ended up pre-ordering it a while back, and soon it will come to me. I played my friend's version of this, and if my opinion does change a lot, I will re-review this game, whether it goes up, whether it goes down. We'll see in the future. But after one play, I thought it was a good game with a 7.5. Going on to the next game. The next game is a big, giant, massive Kickstarter that my friends backed. This is Monster Hunter World, the board game. In this game, you are playing... it is based on the video game, and I've never played the video game, so I can't compare it to that. But you are playing as these monster hunters, and you are trying to take down these monsters that are ginormous monsters that basically they will take you out with 1 or 2 hits on you. So if you get hit once or twice, you're done for. But if you die, you can come back so many times or whatever. In this game, though, you are going to be playing out cards into a lineup of cards that you have, and that's basically your stamina track. And you can't fill up more spots than your stamina track has. The things are very easy. It's like moving and hitting, and if you do hit the monster, then you're just going to flip over these attack cards, and that's going to determine how much damage you're doing. The monsters might have shields or some other protections on them. I've only played this game three times now, and I think I really, really like the game. It's a pretty simple game, but I'm not sure how accessible this is going to be. I don't know if this game is going to be worth it if you don't get a bunch of the stuff, because the game is going to get better the more monsters, the more boxes that you have. I think it's one of those games. So it's one of those games that I think like you should either have most of the stuff or none of the stuff. So, but I really did enjoy it. I'm looking forward to going back and playing it again with friends at my friend's house, because they got everything, boxes upon boxes. This is going to get an 8 rating, and I'm excited to go back over there and play the game. And it is a campaign style game, so you're going to get stuff and level up your characters, get new things, get better armor, things like that. But it's pretty simple for what this is. It looks like an intimidating game until you've played it once or twice and you're like, okay, this isn't so bad. Going on to the last game of this week, and my favorite game out of all of these games. It is an older game that I don't think I've ever reviewed on this channel, and I got to play it for the first time again in probably a year and a half, and I was like, I don't think I've ever reviewed this, so we're going to review it. This is 7 Wonders Duel. This is a 2-player only version of the bigger game 7 Wonders. It is a drafting game, and you are drafting cards that are in this pyramid style shape. And some of the cards you can't draft yet because they're not revealed yet. And so you have to take cards from top of this pyramid, basically, and you're going to reveal other cards. And some of these cards are laid face down. If they get revealed, you flip them over, and you might reveal some really, really good cards to your opponent. You might reveal some things that are actually going to win them the game, even. Because there are 3 different ways you can win this game. You can win this game by getting the 6 different science symbols. You can win this game from war if you've advanced the war track so much, or military track on your side so far. Or if neither of those things happen, you're going to score based on points that you have. And you're going to score points for lots of different things, lots of different cards in your little tableau that you have built. This is an absolutely wonderful game, and it's going to get a 9 rating. It is one of my all-time favorite 2-player games, and I always God, I should be playing that more. Like I said, I haven't played it in probably a year and a half, but it is an older game, and I'm glad I finally got to break it out again for the first time in close to 2 years. So great, great game, 7 Wonders Duel. I actually like it better than 7 Wonders, and I like 7 Wonders a lot. But that is the last game we are going to be reviewing this week. So make sure to comment down below your thoughts on some of these games, if you've played them, if you haven't, if you agree with me, disagree with me, just certain comments that you have about each of these games. But either way, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe to see more weekly content from me, Shane, at the board meeting in the future. Hope you'll have an amazing day. Take care.